So yeah, so I've been working on a project. I got myself involved in the one game a month uh, group where it's pretty much like a monthly game jam. Essentially, they have an optional theme that you can kind of go with, and I wanted to get involved. I've been kind of wanting to make games for a long time in my life, and if anyone you read my blog post, you're probably aware of all of this. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with the details again. Inevitably, I just wanted to show off what I've done so far. I mean, it's been about 4 days. I've put in a decent amount of time. I'd probably say about 4 hours into all of this. So essentially, what we've got here is kind of like a Pac-Man clone for the most part. In the end, it'll probably be bigger than that. I don't want to limit you to one board, kind of like Pac-Man does normally. So what I'm looking to do is I'm going to have like this sprawling castle, essentially, that you're going to be kind of adventuring around with. I'm working through some things, some design choices that I need to still kind of make, but right now this is kind of very basic. I'm artificially limiting how many directions you can move through walls. So essentially, we're going to give you a quick preview of the player sprite and all this stuff. So here we have. I'll actually show. It's the wrong thing. Let's bring this up, and we'll kind of zoom in. So here we have the player sprite. I got this off of a website called OpenArt. OpenArt.org. We can actually bring it up really quickly. Or OpenGameArt.org. I'm sorry. And they have a bunch of like just open source art. People have some accreditations that they ask you to put in there, or just give them some credit, essentially. So I got a lot of this stuff from here. So you have the player sprite here. Actually, this particular one was from, I actually have it bookmarked. We can bring that up. It was actually from a user called Urbarlo. So if you end up seeing this, Urbarlo, thank you very much for the sprites you provided. I used the rogue sprite, or the scout sprite, for the main rogue character, and then I used the soldier sprite as the guard. Oh, sorry, I keep clicking the wrong buttons here. This sprite, actually, I'm going to attempt to figure out how to animate them. I'm still in the process of learning GameMaker. So, I mean, what I've got here is kind of hacky in some ways, but it actually it works right now, so I'm trying to leave it at that. These sprites aren't finalized yet. I have some more art here, which was a series of brick tiles, like 8-bit brick tiles that someone made. I've got to go hunt this down again because I don't remember. I'd like to actually give this person credit, but I don't remember who it was. So sorry about that. This is another one that I actually took from this sprite here on the site. It was a rusty crate, and looking at it, it looked. I just wanted the wood paneling look, so I cropped out the outside of this, and just used the interior part. So thank you very much, Matt Rumble, for creating this particular sprite. So going back, so that's how we got my floor essentially. Actually, let's do a little bit of work here while we're here. Floor. We'll rename this so everything kind of is. So this is, we'll call this tile walls. All right. So we have like my little demo room here. What I've been using to kind of test the game. Let me take off all the markups so you can actually see. So this is what your room would necessarily would look like. Apparently, I've lost some tiles over here, so I'll show you how this actually all works. Over here. We'll put them in. Oh, I see what happened. Alright, that's fine. Excuse my dog, he's kind of a jerk. Although now I see a small mistake that I've made here, so I've got to go back and fix this, so I won't be able to collect those coins. So that's okay, because the object isn't actually really to collect coins. Essentially what I'm going to do is these items here that you're seeing, I'm going to have a different sprite for each one of them. And on them, they're essentially magical artifacts that you're stealing from this castle. and you're gonna avoid the guards while doing so. There'll probably be more guards per room because it's pretty right now the way his AI kind of works. It's pretty easy to avoid him. But essentially, we'll give this a quick run so you guys can see how it's all working, and we'll go from there. So, oh, ooh, well, it crashed for some reason. Oh, I think that's not good. Let's see why. Let's try that again. Why did you crash? Stop. No. I don't know why I just saved that. That was kind of stupid. Let me close Game Maker and reopen it. Excuse me, kitty. So we'll watch this again. So the name of it right now is Rogue Chase. That's a working title. I'll obviously change that. So let's try to give this a run again and see if it errors out. There we go. So here you go. Here's your room. You know, you're gonna collect the coins. Right now I have the score totaling up, and so our guard is it's not too bright at the moment. I think it's just because he can't actually get through the space because his sprite collision is a little different. So he's trying. So see, I got hit by him. It actually triggers me to be moved back. So he's essentially currently scripted to just chase you down. The walls are kind of the limiting factor of how he, can only travel in certain directions. So something's up here with a wall, but that's okay. We can fix that later. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to kind of come around here. Yeah, he's stuck again. So I got to give some leeway in between here. But you're going to collect the 5 objects, and once you collect the 5 objects, granted this is nothing special right now because this is still just a framework I'm working on. So once you get here, I'm actually surprised that he hasn't wandered off the map at this point because I think it's just because he's trying to get to me. So you kind of come here and click that, and it should reset the room right now. What it'll do is you'll probably get like a congratulations screen at the end and a high score table because there'll be these coins will be all over the place. Now this is just a working sprite. It's not really anything too incredible. So it's not really anything that it's still all a work in progress, and I would imagine that getting these will increase your score at some point. I actually might not actually have that. I don't know. I'm still working out some design details. But for the most part, this is what I've got. I know this is a quick stream, but it's more just intended for me to post something up on YouTube, really, so I can post it up on my blog. But yeah, so here's my prototype for Rogue Chase. I'll give it a better name later, but for now, that's what I'm gonna call it. And thank you guys. Thanks anybody for paying attention or even just being interested in this at all. And we'll see you later.